Hi guys, picked these up in charity shops years ago, 5 years ago I think, something like that. But I get comments on the videos that I did. I did a video for somebody about how to replace the batteries in this one because they're a particular pain. If you're lucky, you can get a screwdriver in there and flick them out. But if they've expanded too much, because they expand when they go crusty, you can't get that out. So I have in the past suggested bending a paper clip and getting it to curve round underneath so you can get them out. So there's a video on that subject. One of the other comments I get is about taking them apart so you can have a look at the broken wires and things like that inside. Well, there's two different types here that I've got. I expect there's more than two different types. I think these are both character option ones. I'm not 100% sure, but I seem to remember reading that somewhere. This one's still got the clip on the bottom, so you can press the button. This one didn't have the same clip, but it did have something on the bottom. And I don't think it actually did anything because there's nothing inside there for it to make connection to. So I think it was just something on the end. Anyway, if we want to take them apart, I've had a look at this one. This end piece does actually come off if you lever it a little bit. It may have had some glue on there, I'm not sure. And I've, as you can see by the damage there, I have actually pushed my paper opener, spudger by another name, in there, and it has eased it up a bit. Looks to me like maybe this bit might come off. To get these off, you need a triangular shaped screwdriver bit. So I've ground down the end of this one, which was a hexagonal one, and it is now triangular. So that will actually fit in there. And I can get these off. Now with this particular one, all the electronics are in this top section anyway, in that green tube, as far as I can tell. Obviously you've got a switch there, but that just releases the green section. Okay, pull that off. We've got a, whoop, don't lose it. We've got a spring in there and a bit of plastic. So they go up in there and operate this claw effect. While the spring is pushing up on them, they're closed. And when the spring releases, they open. Oh, get that right apart. I'm not going to worry about trying to get those bits off. If they're broken, you'll have to figure that out yourself. Okay, so we've got this fella. So say I suspect, even though there's a seam line there, there's some way. Now that bit hasn't got a seam on it. So that probably has to come off one way or the other. It's probably glued in place. It doesn't want to come off easily, I'll say that. So even if you can release these, it doesn't want to come apart past there. I expect there's pillars and posts. Pillars and holes that they go into. I expect there's some of them all the way along, and some of them are probably glued in place, because that definitely don't want to come apart. Oh, yeah, that one's come apart now. That looks like that was glued there. See the white bit on the end of it. So yeah, that's a pillar and post that's just come apart because I forced it. So like I said, glued in place. Let's do the same on this one. Oh, that one's come apart a bit easier. Same thing though, it's where it was glued. And the end there, I'm sure that piece should come off. The bit's just dropped out the back there. And I expect if we force this, it's probably going to break. Can we see enough without breaking it? That really doesn't want to come apart there. Yeah, I think that end piece there is probably glued on the end, and that's what's holding it together. So we can see we have a spring. That button there is actually on a circular piece of plastic. But I think that just releases this bit. That's all that does. And at this end, that's where the 3 batteries are in that battery box. So we've got a red wire soldered to one end. The other end is soldered directly to the circuit board, which has a screw in it there to hold it in place. Circuit board's got 2 black blobs on it. Getting a bit closer, are we focused? There we are, got 2 black blobs on it. And then going up this way, we've got a blue wire there. Oh, right, yes, I remember how this works now. That blue wire goes up to that copper foil, and this works by capacitance. When you put your fingers on there, the capacitance changes there, and that's detected by the circuitry in the black blob. So it's touch sensitive. And then there's some other wires that are going to go up there to light up the LED, wherever that is. Yeah, there's a wire going up the middle there. Oh, there's your LED on the end, obviously. So having said the electronics are in there, they're not. They're there. I'll just put a light on, see if that helps at all. Right, well, if I want to get it any further apart, we're going to have to break that piece. And I don't want to do that because it is a working screwdriver, sonic screwdriver. So instead of that, we'll just see if we can maneuver that plastic button back in place. Because it doesn't want to be back in place, it's moved around a bit. Maneuver it gently, see if we can get it in place. There we go. So that's back in place. What bit fell off? That bit fell off that was actually just in there. I remember where that was. Right, so there we are, back together, or at least that end. And at this end, spring, bit of plastic. Got that plastic the wrong way round, yeah. That way round. That goes up in there. So get them in and then we'll put the other piece on. Are they going to open up the right way? Or have I got it turned 90 degrees? Okay, I think we can see how that works. And we'll have a look at the other one in another video. But yeah, you need a triangular screwdriver to do this up. And as I said, the pillars are glued into the little sockets that they go into. You might be able to get them apart, or you might find they snap. They clearly snapped as I levered them apart. That one feels a bit loose in there now. So we probably got to lever out the little metal fingers that are in the middle there. If you lever them out a little bit like that, that will help them make contact. So that one's still working, which is always nice when you've taken it apart. Get it back together and it still works. You probably can't hear it on my wireless microphone because it's too far away from it. But yeah, we're fixed that one. Next video, we'll see if we can get that one apart. Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily. So don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.